Extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial.
Doctor?
Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial.
Why is this happening?
Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial.
God, none of this makes any damn sense.
I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong.
There has to be some sense to all of this.
Extraterrestrial. 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 Like an extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong.
You're getting closer.
I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial, 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 extraterrestrial.
My bad. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the BTSI Show. I'm your Chris Rogers. Thank you guys for tuning in to the 18th installment of Get It Off Your Chest. Now, some people are wondering, why am I doing this format and not usually my live stream formats? Couple of things. Number one, for me to do my live stream stuff, I'd rather be at home, first and foremost. Secondly, the pre-recorded things that I will get back to doing, that my background environment has to be everything, and I'd rather not do that while I'm on the road at work. But also, I'm okay with doing this format because think rappers. There's people who like um, large body of works, and there's some people who like mixtapes instead. I know plenty of people who love the Carter series from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But I know some people who prefer Lil Wayne mixtape over anything, any actual albums he did. And guess what? Lil Wayne loves doing both. So now, am I calling myself Lil Wayne? No, not exactly. But if I ever was to do a mixtape style to what I'm doing, Get It Off My Chest is definitely mixtape vibes in my opinion. So you'll get the album when you get it. Till then, enjoy the mixtape in between time. So, again, thank you guys for tuning in to Get It Off Your Chest, 18th installment. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Like my friend said, hey, beautiful, how you doing? Follow me on all social. Links are located in the description. $ the BTSI show is the Cash App. Participant waive all rights to privacy. Run the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once you reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 during the Cash App giveaway. And remember, not this Thursday, but next week Thursday, world premiere of There Is Liberty, a BTSI short film. Yes, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please be there. Now, let's get to today's show. Two things I want to talk about. One, I have a proud dad moment, albeit it was low-key dirty macking and cop blocking, but it's a proud dad moment. Then I'll get into what I heard on is panel yesterday at church. We have a session where everybody gets up and go greet everybody, say hey, how you doing, especially to the newcomers. Usually I'm seated. I'm not walking to say hi to anybody personally. Like, you want to come by and say hi to me, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. And also, it's just me and my son. It's like, just we just right here chilling while his friends are walking by, waving at him, and he's going out giving out hugs and stuff. It's like, all right, cool. Let him rock. I'm just chilling by myself. Um, this one lady came to me, and she said, "Hey, how you doing?" I smiled. I said, "Hey," back. Gave her a handshake. This little one right here, this little mf'er, while I'm shaking her hand, he slides his hand in between ours to move my hand out the way and shake her hand and give a big old happy meal smile. I was like, what the F? I said that in my head. I didn't say that out loud at church, by the way. I said that in my head. And that was low key. No, that's not low key cock blocking. That was 100% cock blocking. Although I had no intentions to shoot my shot with her at all. But the way my son did that shit, on principle, I was mad. But as a dad, I couldn't do nothing but smile, especially on the inside. I'm like, look at my boy right there shooting his shot. Well, granted, he's 6 and he's 6, so I'll just leave it at that. But that was like a proud dad moment right there, and I had to let that slide because obviously he didn't know any better. He was just being friendly. Grayson is very, very friendly and a good spirit to be around. Like, everybody is draws into him, so I love it for him. But that I had to get that off my chest because like I said, I had no intentions to holler at the chick, but I can understand somebody say that was cock blocking. I can understand that, and Grayson is a master cock blocker, so that kind of is built into his resume a little bit. He don't know any better, but I let him rock, so I had to get that off my chest. Now, let me talk about what happened on this panel. I was going there. She's talking to a woman named the Angry Black Woman Podcast, and as soon as I tune in, the one thing that I debunked, I don't know how many times popped up, it was a black femicide. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is black femicide? Pretty much the homicide of black women. So that was a narrative that was being pushed. And to push that narrative, you had to denigrate black men in the process. Now, if all of this was true, not to say it doesn't happen, that would be foolish. But if all this was true, I would understand it. But if there's too many evidence to prove that this is not a thing to worry about, then go based off of the facts. I'm not trying to red pill it up for something I debunked already. Matter of fact, on talking point of debunk, I'm pretty sure. Actually, let me double check. I'm pretty sure black femicide is something I debunked. Matter of fact, I can literally do that in my head right now. Now, I'm gonna be real quick with it, but I'm gonna get to the bigger point of why I need to get this off my chest. When it comes to black femicide, the number is usually gonna look up for black women who have suffered from homicide. The number's gonna circumvent around 1,440. That's usually the number it's gonna circumvent around. So you do that. It's real simple. Do that divided by how many black women is in this country. Then you'll realize that this is not a. It's like, what are we doing here? So, given that there's 27.2 million black women in this country, like I said, I'm not trying to red pill it up. You have my word. Hold on, let's do this. For this to be a topic that I would entertain, like have a full fledged conversation, I need 8.1 million black women to die of homicide. Glory to God, that's not the case. It's only around 1,400, and there's some institution where they said that number probably jumped to like let's just call it 4,000. That's still not a lot for black femicide. That's not enough to speak ill will on the black men. That black men is killing black women. Assuming all those numbers is black men, that's still not enough. So the idea, the conversation of black femicide, it holds no merit. Now let's put that to the side because, like I said, I've debunked that plenty of times. Hush, let me again. Where's my playlist? Playlist talking point debunked. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Stand alone, Adam, passport bro, submission. I think in the new segment talking point debunk or in the introduction I debunked that. So let's put that to the side. But it's somewhere on it's somewhere on season 9. Now here's the conversation that needs to be had. Although it's not enough to hold a conversation, I think it still deserves some paying attention to, as far as there is something that is not a major problem, but let's see what provisions or contingency plans we could put in place to prevent such acts happening. Let's be proactive when it comes to the homicide. Now, obviously, you're gonna have to see how what does this homicide entail. Some people are gonna say domestic violence. I tell them please don't do that because that number is less than 100. So let's not do that. So the question is really how do you prevent homicide, which is a strange question. But then again, I'm being told, well, not being told, I know now that women are protectors as well. Talking point is black men need to protect black women. I'm not, well, I have a thought on that, but we'll get into that momentarily. Well, actually, we can get into that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I, Christopher J, don't protect anybody that can't protect themselves. Anybody. And some of y'all think, what the hell does that mean? How does that make sense? If you know, you know. And if you don't know, we'll talk about it never. So, when it comes to black women who protect themselves, the question is, how do you protect yourself? And usually it starts off as a child with your mothers and the ladies in your family telling you, teaching you, raising you how you need to protect yourself when you actually have some male figure actually there who is doing the protection while you're getting the education on how to protect yourself from the women of the family. It can go from your wound. It can go from the clothes you wear. It can go for how you like to verbal articulate yourself. It could be your presence. It could be your aura. How women decide to protect yourself. It can also lead to discernment. Your discernment will make sure you are proactive in protecting yourself. You know that there, let's say you want to go out at night. Number one, the chances of something happening to you increases at nighttime. Why? It is what it is. Pretty sure you do your best. People do their best work in the dark. That's not only pertaining to sex. Now, let's keep it moving. See me when I'm outside, ladies and gentlemen. I'm fully aware. Obviously, my life is in danger during the daytime, but I'm not a fool when it comes to the nighttime because I'm more than aware that my life is in danger at night. Like I could be an easy target, especially how many hours I work and how tired I get. I know for a fact I can be an easy target. But ladies, how do you protect yourself? Unfortunately, I think it was last month, 2 months ago. There was two women, New York bodega. You already know how the story ends because this happened quite often, and particularly in New York when it comes to the bodegas at night. Somebody tried to holler at one of the girls. They was like, nah. One was in ICU and the other one is I'll see you later because I'm on the other side. Now some people gonna say, well, women have the right to go outside and go wherever they want. Yeah, they have the right to do that, but they also are not avoid the consequences if something happens to them, especially they go into a lion's den, and I put that in air quotes. So how do you avoid the lion's pit or the alligator's pit? Easy. I along with me, because me as a grown man, as big, strong, and as technique as I am, there's certain areas I still don't go to. I stay on the other side. So women, if me, the big strong black man don't go towards danger, I'm just saying it will behoove you to do the same thing because your family raised you not to go there anyway. They raised you to go to school. They raised you to go to work. They raised you to come home, more importantly. Not to say you can't have a social life outside the house. And even then when you go out, you still know how to protect yourself. And you still know how to get yourself out of a dangerous situation with you just being a woman. They avoid danger by not putting themselves in danger. When it comes to dating or relationship, whatever. Like I said, we don't believe in dating over here because dating are for you know what? That's actually not to get it off your chest. That's actually the episode. I need to explain to you guys how dating is for hoes. Um, when it comes to being in a relationship, you know who you are, and you know what you will tolerate, and you know what you won't tolerate. So if the signs are there, it's you're not going to come across a good actor quite often. So let's just stop it. It a man presents the signs that he can be a danger to your life. Stop talking and use your feet and get to walking away from the situation before you guys make anything official. That's one example of how women likes to that's actually a second reason how black women like to protect themselves. First reason is they make sure they go home and stay home and avoid certain areas if they don't have to. Second reason is when it comes to their surroundings, they pay attention to what people say and how they move, so they can make a decision to say, "Nah, being here is not a good idea." That's how black women protect themselves. Matter of fact, that's all. Honestly, well, and that's outside protecting your fertility, your body, getting pregnant, that type of stuff. That's a third thing, but I'll let the experts take care of that because they can articulate that a lot better than I can. Black women. Well, I'm saying black women because I'm talking to black women because it's about black femicide. Although this can apply to majority, if not all women. I'm talking to black women. Black women know how to protect themselves because they know where to be at. They know how to conduct themselves, and they know how to avoid get out situations that they don't want to be in. That's that's why the number is Hawk. Please get off the cage. Sorry, I'm talking to my canine in the back. That's why the black femicide rate. Well, excuse me, the femicide. Well, actually, let's calculate this. The black femicide rate is not 30%, which is 8.1 million black women. Let's assume it's 4,000, based off of some studies that was done, I think this year. Zero. If we're talking percentage, of course I know a lot because I like to listen. I am a genius because I know I'm not. I listen to other geniuses and I study what they say. I research and I apply it to my lifestyle. So let's do this. Let's do 4,000. Is there a division symbol on here? Let me see if it's in the symbols because I want to use the device size so nobody know I'm tripping. There it is. So okay. So 4,000 divided by. Let me put a comment right there because I don't want no one to get confused at what I'm saying. 27,200,000 black women. Oops. What does this number equal? Mm-hmm. Did that carry the one? Add adding zeros at the end? Oh no, I'm adding zeros at the front. That's not good. For those who preach about black femicide, of course. And yes, you guys, I do broadcast from Facebook simultaneously. But yeah, there's your number. 4,000 divided by 27.2 million black women in the country. That's your black femicide rate. This is why I tell people, please know what you're talking about. Now, don't say black fem. Don't use this number to say this is why black women need to stay away from black men. This is not a strong enough case, so you want to try again. Or better yet, you could talk about. Actually, let me say this. This is be tad bit controversial by you guys standards, not mine personally. If you feel like black men are that much of a threat, and you believe that you should stay away from black men, and if you could somehow conjure up a group of women to believe in their same message, I say I agree. You have my full support. We should not force anybody to be with who they don't want to be with. Now, obviously, black femicide is not a strong argument, so go choose another one. But I do believe that if you don't want to be with black men, you should not be with black men. And black men should not be up in arms about it. Just look up, hear what they gotta say. They're like, oh, okay. Have a nice day. I'll leave the front door back. I'll leave the front door open, the back door, the side door, because really, depending on how you grew up, not too many of y'all are supposed to be using the front door anyway. You better go use the door in the back because that's decoration. But go use another exit if you want to come back. But if you don't want to go, go. Go date whoever you want. Excuse me. Go be with whoever you want to be with. Now, I would rather you not be with someone based off of a hatred that you have for a community, because I don't think the relationship is going to last that long if it's based off of hatred, me personally. But you should go be with whoever you need to go be with if that's going to make you happy, if that's going to bring peace to your heart. I'm all for you trying whatever you got to try. And but keep in mind, I'm all for if whatever you decide to do, if it fails on your and you fall on your face and you gotta go back to the drawing board. So I'm for that as well. So in closing, is black femicide real? Nope. Well, not as real as they want to say. Like if that number was 8.1, let me give you the exact number. What's 30% of 27.2? If the number was 8,160,000, yeah, I think I would tell I'll tell men across the world we need to shut up and we need to listen. We need to at least entertain this conversation now because we're getting a little bit too close to the 50 percentile. So yeah, if it was 8 point, hold on, and let me put that in the chat. So well, I should never not do that because some people are going to get in their feelings. Yeah, if it was 30% of that, I'm like, oh y'all, we need to chill, we need to relax on this. We need to actually listen. But it's this is no, this ain't it. This is not it, ladies and gentlemen. So, but at the same time, I am all for with teaching people how to protect themselves if they feel like they're in danger. And I listen to other women who knows how to protect themselves to avoid danger as well. But again, I'm also for if they want to leave, do not force them to be where they don't want to be because that's not conducive to them. One, that number was before the spike of mid 2021. Two, it is 7 women every 100,000 now. It's yeah, 11.6. I saw the numbers 11.6 as of now, which is why I rounded up to 4,000. Three, now while small in realms, it is still 80% higher than the average of all women. So it is a concern. But who is honking that horn at me? And I'm parked. What the hell? Woosah, woosah, woosah. 5,300 per year means 14.5 black women are taken out every day. This is a bad number. See, here's interesting, and because when we debunked this last year or the year before that, I believe actually the year before that, they say black women die every 4 hours or 5 hours, which is where you get the number 1,440 from. And then when I looked it up again today before I started this, it's actually where is it? The 7.7 women every 100,000 is actually 11.6, which is why I rounded it up to 4,000. Now, and I'm real careful, Jade. I'm real careful with the per capita argument because That is a costume of deception when it comes to conversation. This is no, obviously, this is no indictment to you. So I'm throwing that out there because you know I love you to death. Anybody talk about Jada, y'all got to deal with me. So let me throw that out there. It's per capita argument is how you use it. That's more of a conversation for in house versus a broad conversation. If I'm talking to black men or black women, per capita. If I'm talking to everybody, which I am today, it's like we need to use a whole number. What's a holistic number for this conversation? So I'm all for using stats. I'm all for believing in the stats. I'm all for still finding a solution for a problem that still exists. Just because it's not a big problem, that doesn't mean it's not a problem nonetheless, especially if it can grow to be a major problem. So you try to nip it in the bud as much as possible. And like I said, I'm also for people saying they don't want to date with black, they don't want to rock with black men. Okay, cool. That's perfectly fine. There's still enough black women that wants to rock with black men and you want to keep it in the community. And there's some black men who want to date outside the community as well. I say it's a win-win situation for everybody. Uh, Okay, let me get. Hold on, let me make sure I address all of this. Wait a minute, did I read this already? No, no, I didn't. Uh, Also, Chicago is a non-reported. What do you mean non-reported? What does that mean? So the number can be higher. I agree. So okay, there's some cities, metropolitan cities that are not reported. Okay, okay, that's fair. I can accept that. Um, I believe Chicago's number three largest city in the nation, only above Houston. So, okay, that's fine. We could definitely look into that. Like I said, as a holistic number, it needs to be 8,160,000. But regardless of the number, Jada, we need, we still need to have a conversation on how black women should protect themselves when they leave the house. You guys already know how to protect yourself in the house by protecting your bodies as far as pregnancy, hygiene, and that type of stuff. That's an in-house conversation. Now, when you take the women outside the house, I think it needs to be more of a conversation. Now, do I? Now, the question is, this is why I take a step back: whether that particular conversation needs to be public or not. Maybe that's more of an in-house conversation on how women need to handle themselves outside. I'm not leading. I'm not going to lead that charge. That's none of my business. I just learn a couple of things. I may touch on it here and there, but that's not a charge I'm going to lead as of right now. I absolutely agree fully when you say they should know and learn how. Yeah, I'm all agree. I'm all for educating people. We can't in 2024 we can't live in ignorance. That's why I didn't like how the Angry Black Woman podcast said what she said. It's like now you're just being ignorant. Now you want to say how women need to protect themselves? Cool. And if is or somebody else, although I don't think they was doing this, they was to combat that, then I'm gonna pull up and like, fellas, let's have a conversation. And one last thing. Salute to Grinch. I know he was going on Homegirl in the chat in the super chats. I saw Angry Black Woman. I was able to look her up because they would say, tell her to cam up. She probably fat, ugly, blah, 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 and probably average is best. I looked at the picture. I think you guys need to relax. Really think you guys need to relax. She's a very, very attractive woman. A very nice chocolate skin, brown skin women. I know a lot of dark skinned women get a lot of flack. Y'all need to stop it. Angry Black Women podcast is not a average at best. She is very beautiful. I think you guys need to chill out. Like we can have the conversation. I know we get upset by some of the things that people say. I do too. I'm just careful now not to just go run in front of a camera and say what I gotta say. Granted, I'm right most of the time, but I taking a step back from doing that because of this mental space that I'm in right now. I don't want to say something too wrong and come back to apologize later. You can't control certain things, but you can control that knowledge and skills you have to try and combat for a better outcome for yourself. I agree. That goes for everything in life. Facts. Don't know the woman you speak of. It's all good. It's the Angry Black Women podcast. I'm trying to look for her anything on YouTube. I couldn't find her channel. I did find her on Hamp's channel where that child I think says that she doesn't like black men. I heard these conversations before. uh, or women not liking black women, misandrous to be exact. Yeah, I know some true misandrous. Maybe she is. I'm not catching that right now as I listen to her talk. I do hear her regurgitating a bunch of talking points, copy paste talking points. Some things that I get severely annoyed about, but I'm not gonna go as far as call her Miss Sanders as of right now. Time can prove me wrong. Shout out to you being honest about her looks rather than folks who try to tear a chick down by looks in order to attempt to disprove their statement. Yeah, she's a very beautiful young lady. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like, I'm a firm believer of your attitude. I have said this before. A woman's attitude can really determine if I think she's attractive or not. 1,000%. But a lot of people's not on that level, as I thought they were. They still go to the physicality of a individual. On the physical side, that is a beautiful woman. Y'all need to stop it. Now, okay, gotcha. Where she was seen and her name. If you want to type in the Angry Black Woman podcast, keep scrolling. You're gonna see This Might Be Risky podcast where it's pointed like she don't like black men. That's her. So you guys can go check that out. It is what it is. Salute to you, brother. Yeah, that's how she is. That's who she is. That's how she look like. Very, like I said, very beautiful. I know, like, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop it. Can't be calling people ugly, ladies and gentlemen. Nicki Minaj, prior to Meek Mill, attractive young lady, makeup and all. I just didn't like her attitude, and I thought she was very unattractive, in my opinion. I can acknowledge her physical beauty. I just say her aura around her is bad. It's a bad look. I don't like it. I did not like that about her. I understand why she had to be a dickhead towards everybody because she's a woman. People are looking to take advantage of her. I understand that, but still, I just at that time I thought she was a dickhead, and I found that to be very attractive. Things changed when she got with Meek Mill. She got a baby. Oh, excuse me, got married to Kenneth and got a baby. Her attitude has somewhat changed. I think motherhood does that to parenthood does that to people. So this is a much more Nicki Minaj that I can vouch for. But your attitude will then determine if I think you're attractive or not, which really counts more. I don't get that vibe from her that she's unattractive due to her personality. She just regurgitating talking points that she heard from the internet, in my opinion. A bit busy today, so I am trying to make sure I stay focused enough. I understand. I understand. You stay focused up. But let me get out of here. I need to go double check. Um, I'm pretty sure I've finished all my deadlines for school, and actually, I might be back later on today, and if not tomorrow, I'm gonna talk about my first week of school. My first week of school ends today, but I did my assignments ahead of time, 2 days before the deadline. We're gonna talk about that, if not today, tomorrow. But we will see.
Extraterrestrial.
Peace.
Like a extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial.
Doctor?
Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial.
Why is this happening to me?
Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial.
God, none of this makes any damn
I
sense.
don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong.
The hell sense to all of this.
Extraterrestrial. 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 Like an extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. Like I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong.
You're getting closer.
I don't belong. I feel like I don't belong. Extraterrestrial. 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 Extraterrestrial.
All right, and as I was on it, playing that trailer, duty call. So let me go ahead and turn that down. And let me go ahead and get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. On your way out, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on all social. Links are located in the description. $sign the B10 shows the Cash App. Participant waive all rights to privacy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 during the Cash App giveaway. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the BTSI Show. I'm your host, Christopher J. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.
It's a mess, but hey,